motherfucker. Brat. Good morning. Let's show our microphone. Good morning.
Did you just go, brat, and then, good morning?
We are on our way to the Faika studio on 7th and Hell.
26th, 7th Street, to be exact. Oh, is it my turn to talk the whole time? You're just going to stare out the window? So we are on our way to Faika Season 1, Episode 4. Soma,
4.
Kay, Danny, 4. And we're leaving Vallejo to go to the studio, step over a few crackheads in the alley, I'm sure. Here's a good game. How many crackheads will be in the alley when we get there? What's your guess?
I am going to guess, let's see, it's nice outside and it's sunny. So I'm going to say 6.
That's a tough number. I guess I'm going to... Wait, is this both sides or just the stupid-ass sidewalk that we have to walk down? Let's just count the sidewalk. Yeah. All right. I'm going to go 5.
Okay.
How about structure? Structure or no structure built? Like tent or whatever kind of thing. No structure. All right. I'm good with that. I think I'll go no structure too. So you're 6, I'm 5. Needles or no needles? Will we see needles?
We will most definitely see needles. I'm going to say I'm going to step over 3.
I'm going to go with no needles. Well, this is just on the way in. I bet we see needles on the way back, but on the way in, I'm going out on a limb, and crackheads south of Market in the alley by 7th Street. I believe in you. I'm confident that I'm not going to see any stickings.
Well, good for you. You're a good person. I, on the other hand, think that we'll see at least 3 needles. No poopy this morning.
No poopy.
And no structure. No structure, no poopy.
So you have 6, 3 needles, no structures, no poopy. That's you? I've got 5. I agree, no needles. I'm going to go with a structure, actually. Something built up like by a bike or, some kind of little shelter thing.
Okay.
And I'll agree with you. No poopy.
No poopy.
No poopy.
So that's how we're starting off our day, is guessing how many needles and poopy and structures are in the alleyway where we park. All this to bring you the Faika podcast. We bring you what we want you to hear. And I wish we could Faika like this on the podcast, which someday we will. But for now, we're positive motherfuckers.
This needs to go somewhere. This is actually how originally we thought FICA would go, but now we some positive motherfuckers and got to clean it all up, or else we get scoldings for cursing the heathen podcast. It's not even nearly as heathen as it could be. I don't know if we're getting the terms right. Like, is it offensive if they're a heroin addict and we call them a crackhead? Do they take offense to that? Because I don't think we're getting that right. I don't think they're crackheads.
I think they're meth heads. Is there such a thing? And what is meth anyway? If you're shooting stuff into your arm, what is that? Is it meth or crack? Can you shoot crack into your body?
I'm not up on all the terms, but we're near a methadone clinic, so I gotta believe that what they're shooting or what we see them shooting is heroin. But yeah, I don't think the crack really applies where we're at. I think crack addict is that might be a catch-all phrase, and some social justice warrior may chase us down and tell us we're being insensitive, because not all crackheads, meth heads, ice heads, heroin heads, all those people, they're not the same, and we shouldn't group them all in one category with one name. Shame on us.
My bad. Oh, my bad. There are categories to druggies. I apologize if I've offended any druggies. We're just going to go with meth heads since we're at a whatever. Methadone?
Heroin is probably more like their
Heroin. Heron. All right. So today we're talking to law students. If we can get them to call in and they can be on a double line, that would be awesome. We only have one line, huh?
We only have one line. There is another line on the phone, so I don't know if two people could call in. Those are things that we should probably ask PJ and learn, because for all we know, two people can call in, but we're having them, get on one phone line and call in so that we don't have to be the mixers. But it's good that we get all this foul shit out of our mouth and out of our minds before we get to the studio, so that when Ben and Ruby get on, we can be truly positive motherfuckers and not talk about crackheads and shit and the different classifications. So, I mean, I don't know if like all the heroin addicts would rally together to protest our show because we call them crackheads. They have big protest signs out there that say, ban FICA. Not all drug addicts need to be categorized the same. Yeah.
How funny would that be if we did have those crackheads and meth heads and heroin addicts protesting in the front? Hey, I kind of, sort of just know the basics of Free West Papua. I like Papua.
Papua. Yeah, the good thing is all we need to know is the basics, because Ben and Ruby are going to educate us and walk us through all of that. So I think if we pay attention and formulate questions off of what they're saying, we'll be fine. I don't think we need to have a associate's degree in the Indonesian war crimes and the Dutch colonist history of Indonesia to participate in the show. They're our guests and they're there to teach us. So I'm showing up on FICA today to be taught.
I was showing up just to show up because I want to learn too, because I never heard of it before this. Though I did see Doris Tulifau protesting with Free West Papua thingy in Western Samoa, and but I knew there was something going on, but I didn't research it. So now I know what it's about, and but I'm gonna learn more today.
Yeah, it seems like there's a kind of an awareness in the Pacific. There was a pretty big movement in Australia with the Australians getting on their government to not support the Indonesian government. So the fact of the matter, and I don't know we'll obviously learn more about this from Ben and Ruby, is that the Indonesian government gets a lot of support from different countries, which is fucked up because they're doing what they're doing. They actually made it treason to carry that petition around to sign it for their freedom. That's something I'm really interested in hearing is how they carried that petition from village to village and ended up getting like damn near 2 million signatures on paper. That's like, I don't even know what that book looks like, how big of a book it needs to be, or a series of books it needs to be to have 1.8 million signatures on it. That's just badass that they're able to do that. So there was a lot of talk in Australia. I think the Australian representative to the UN addressed them as well. And in New Zealand there was, and then you're talking about our very own brown girl woke Doris Tulifau protesting in American Samoa. So a lot of awareness in the Pacific. I don't think there's a whole bunch of awareness here. It could be wrong. I may just be the one that don't know about it, but I don't think I'm too far from the normal person.
You want some bacon and toast? So we're having breakfast while we're headed to Faika. Bacon and toast. So